Hello Flosstube, my name is Aimee. I am the Black Cat Stitcher here on YouTube and on Instagram, and this is Flosstube number 9, maybe? We'll see, it'll be in the title. Anyway, for this Flosstube, I really don't have much, progress to update you on, so I decided to do a mid-year WIP parade. I saw Evelyn across the pond do that, and she is the one who gave me the idea to fill in the time because, well, we had a wee bit of a family emergency this week, so the time that I would have normally spent stitching, I spent dealing with the family emergency, but everything's fine now. Everybody's okay. Nobody's hurt, but it did unfortunately take away from my stitchy time. But first, even before we talk about the stitching, I had a request in my last video to show my cat patio. So I went outside and I took a picture of it. Whoa, there we go. That is what it looks like. I bought the structure from Amazon. I do not recommend. It is made of very flimsy wood, and if you live someplace like me where it gets really windy, hence the cinder blocks, it will blow over real quick. It used to have a back covered area, but that was completely shattered when it fell over in a really windy day. So we attached some brackets and on the sides, and it's being held down by cinder blocks. We covered it with extra window screening because the holes are kind of bigger, and I have some bees in my backyard, so I didn't want the bees to hang out in the cat patio. And as you can see, that's a plexiglass tunnel that my dad constructed, and it fits in my window, and they can come in and out of the patio as they please. So yeah, that is the cat patio, the entrance to which is, God, I gotta learn pointing on the camera. Right there. It's right there. Anyway, it's kind of a hot one today, so I don't think we'll get some cat action in the back on the cat patio. So yeah, let's get into my WIP parade now. And this is how I store my projects. I have my projects bags in this little box here that I got at Walmart. And I'm not gonna go in any particular order. Just gonna reach in and grab something and show it off and maybe talk about it a little bit. All right, so this first bag is actually embroidery. This is a kit that my aunt bought me for Christmas this past year. It's got 2 pillowcases with a stamped on pattern to embroider, as well as, the instructions for which colors to use and where they go. So yeah, this is where I'm at. I'll have to actually take the hoop off because it's covering part of it. But yeah, this is the first of 2 pillowcases. I've got, whoa. I got a board now, I'm a pro. All right, let's see. Got the first of 2 of the butterflies completely finished, and the vines and French knots nearby. And then I started on the second butterfly. So yeah, that's where I'm at with that project. And that's WIP numero 1. All right. Number 2. All right. Oh, I haven't worked on this one in a while. Okay. This is... What is this? It's stuck on my bag. That's what it is. There. All right. I detached it. This is my snake pattern. This is where I'm at. Doesn't look like much because I'm going cross country within the Q-snap. But I haven't worked on that one in a while. But I will show you what it is supposed to look like when it's done. This is what it's supposed to look like. Got part of this blue snake and this purple and this pink flower. Kind of started working on them and filling in some of the colors. So that's that project. Let's put it all back so that I can be better organized by the end of this deal. All right, so what is this one? This is, oh yeah, okay. This one I'm calling Watercolor City. I don't have a picture of it currently because it is from the Etsy shop that shall not be named that got taken down from Etsy for copyright infringement, I believe. Anyway, so this is where I'm at. I'm up in the top corner. Lots of blue sky. There's a little bit of what would be the city, and then there's this purple, pinky, hazy cloud right there-ish. I also haven't worked on this one in a while, so it would be nice to get back to it sooner or later. Okay. Okay, this is my bubble cat, or at least that's what it's called, what I'm calling it, because I don't know exactly what the title is. This is another one that came in a kit that my aunt bought me for Christmas this past year, and this is what it's going to end up looking like in the end. And I'm up here kind of in this corner working on that. This one, even more than the others, I haven't worked on in a while. It's been a pretty long time for this one. So I've noticed with the tiny decision wheel that it picks a lot of the same ones over and over again. So I'm not exactly sure how to get it to not do that, but you know, hopefully it'll choose a little bit different stuff for this next week. Anyway, this is my next WIP. It's Heaven and Earth Designs, a museum shelf by Aimee Stewart, and that's what it's going to look like. This one, if you remember way back when I first started this one, I said I was having trouble seeing, because this is on 25 count Lugana, which is a much higher count than what I'm used to. I'm used to 14 count white Aida, which is what most or pretty much all of my other projects are on. So I bought some reading glasses to try working with this, and maybe it'll be able to magnetize it a little bit for me. And I'm also thinking, I don't know, one of two things. because I'm having trouble seeing, I'm worried that I'll end up miscounting a lot more on this one. So I was thinking of going back up to the way top left corner and start either parking or diagonal cross country. I saw Vani from Thread the Needles tutorial on her diagonal cross country, and I thought that might help me a little bit with this one if I tried that. I have tried parking before, however it ended up frustrating me a little bit because I don't know, changing the thread, the needle thread and all that, you know, it seemed to take much longer, and I don't know, it didn't suit me so much, but I don't know, let me know, like, what you think. Should I do the parking method on that one, or should I try the diagonal cross country? What is this? All right, this is what I'm calling Shy Cat. It's also from the Etsy shop that shall not be named. Do not have a picture of this one, but this is where I'm at. I'm doing this extreme cross country, and I'm currently on this color, which is 404 in anchor threads. That is what this one is done in. And there's a lot of that one, so it'll take me a while to get the 404 completed. But yet again, another one that I really haven't worked on in a while. And yeah, we'll see what the fates will bring us. All right. Okay. This next one, I'm calling this one Blue Modern Tree. That's not the actual title of it. I will have the links to all of these in the description. I got this one on Etsy, not from the shop that shall not be named. This one's actually from a reputable shop. But yeah, I started this 2-ish videos ago, and I haven't worked on it since. And it's still in the same spot that it was. And this one right here is what it will look like in the end. I've added the pink and the orange tree to the wheel for new starts if they are spun. And once I finish my Totoro bookmark, I will add this final one to the wheel for it to potentially be chosen as a new start. Gosh, why do I keep closing my iPad when I need to have it to show you pictures? Anyway, let's put this one back. This is another embroidery project. This is my, I guess, made from scratch, somewhat, kind of. I'm doing this in the colors of the pride flag, and I'm gonna do 2 hearts. This is part of the first heart, one up here and then one down here-ish. And then I'm going to put some words, maybe right here, and plus up in the corner. I'm not sure. I'm kind of making it up as I go. But this was the jumping off point. The hearts are going to be, I guess, like this, geodes like this in the heart, and like I said, the colors of the pride flag. And I'm going to embroider a lot of my project bags like that so I can tell them apart. This particular one is it's a part of my floss storage system. So part of the words that I'm going to put are the numbers that will be contained within this this bag, and so that I can, you know, read it and, you know, tell what it is. All right, it looks like we only have 3 more. This one is the one that my father should not be looking at. It is my focus piece, my Star Wars cross stitch, and it is going to be a gift for my father. So look away, friend. Anyway, this is what it's going to look like. I am currently working on Darth Maul. This is the only piece that I worked on this week that didn't get, I guess, interrupted by my emergency. So I did make progress on this. But it was quite a bit of confetti filling in over here you would think after 8-9 videos I would be better at this. Anyway, filling in the drips, and plus over here on this side, this darker colors. So it was a lot of confetti, so it doesn't look like a whole lot of progress. I'll show you on the photo if I can blow it up. Nope, it won't let me do that. Dang it. I'll try. Even though it's not all blown up. I was working on the drips that go down and like over here kind of. Oh wait, no, opposite. Over here. Filling in some of the darker colors. So that is my focus piece. I will be working on this piece on, gosh, brain fart. Tomorrow, Sunday, and on Monday, which is my weekend, because I work on Saturdays. I know, that sucks, but gosh, why won't you close? Okay, I give up. I'll close it later. All right, this next one, it's You Can Look Back Now, Dad, is this. This is Rainbow City by Make Your Own Hands Kits. I bought it originally from the Etsy shop that shall not be named, and this is the piece that clued me into the fact that they were selling copyrighted materials. So, yep, I just broke the zipper. Fun. All right, I was able to get it open at least. But yeah, this I was supposed to be working on, but I did not do a single thing on this. Why is it so dark? I can't see anything. Why can't you see anything? Let me turn on a light here. Come on, light. There. Maybe that'll help. Yes, that will hopefully help. Anyway, there, that is what I've got so far. There's more over here, but I'm not taking it out of the Q-snap. Sorry. Yeah, the other part that I did was basically this little trail of smoke. But when I move the, I guess, the Q-snap next, I will show that to you. I might do a mini-sode like I did for my Star Wars cross stitch when I was moving over the Q-snap, and show the full deal there. But yeah. And last but not least, this I was spun the wheel to do this one for this past week, and I really was only able to work on it a little bit, but I did actually make progress. Let me look up this is my Totoro bookmark, and it's what it's supposed to look like. I've already done these 2, and there's 3 more in the set, and I've done all 3 of these. These 2 most recently I finished, which was in my last video, so if you want to see those, go check out my last video because I've put them in a separate spot. They're no longer in my WIP bin. But anyway, I had completed all the 310 on this, so I went back up to the top and started filling in the background, and I got about that much done. So yeah, I might work on this one still tonight, but more than likely I'm going to work on my new knitting project because I like doing that, you know, when the whim hits me. But anyway, yes, I have started knitting. I taught myself how to knit during the first half of, I guess, last week, before the emergency happened. I watched tutorials on YouTube and, you know, tried to figure out all of the bits and pieces that I needed to know in order to learn how to knit. So I am doing a blanket, and yes, Hirsch, I'm knitting it in the round, or I guess these are the ones with the strings that connect the needles. I think that's called in the round. I don't know. Anyway, and it is a striped blanket. These are the first 3 stripes. And the yarn, or the wool, is from StitchesLoversShop. I think that's how you spell it. But I bought this pack of yarns, and it's going to be a striped blanket, and one stripe will be one of all of these colors. So I'm looking forward to getting into some of the more bright colors, like this one. This is my favorite. It's got purples and blues, which are my 2 favorite colors. And let's see, I also really like this one, kind of a lime green. Fun fact, my room growing up as a child, it was originally floral wallpaper, but after a while, when I grew old enough to be able to choose my own room color, I helped my dad peel off the wallpaper and I painted it a lime green color. A little bit more neon than this, but still similar to this color. So anyway, yes, I'm knitting now. I've learned this is garter stitch. It's on 4mm needles, and yes, I've learned how to change colors, and I've learned how to weave in the ends. I've actually weaved in the ends for these first 2 stripes. I haven't yet for the white. I will do that once I've changed the color. But yeah, I'm halfway through a row, so that's why it looks round now, but it's going to be a straight blanket. I thought, like I said in my last video, that doing a blanket would be cool because I could show my improvement over time, and I can already tell, like, looking up real close to this, you can tell, like, there's some slipped stitches. Let me find one. In the first stripe, and my other 2 stripes are actually, you know, pretty dang good, in my opinion. I think, yeah, there's one here. It's really hard to tell on the camera, but, and yeah, there's one kind of here and here-ish. Yeah, so I missed some stitches in the first stripe, but my other 2 stripes are pretty damn perfect, and I'm really dang proud of myself. But yeah, so that was my WIP parade slash presentation of my new hobby, knitting. So I will be, for this last part of the video, choosing the 2 projects that I will be working on during the week, using the Tiny Decisions wheel. Like I said, I've noticed that it tends to pick a lot of the same projects, which kind of sucks, but I'm not totally frustrated with it yet. If push comes to shove, to be honest, I really want to work on a particular project, I will make the executive decision and pre-plan to do that project for the week. So I'm not totally committed to the decision wheel to make all of my choices for me. Anyway, yeah, let's spin the wheel. Ba-ba-da-ba. For Christ's sake, I'm not doing that a third week in a row. So we're doing it again. Orange tree, yay! We're going to have a new start. I will show you the two pictures of that one. Like I said, I'd put the pink and the orange tree on the decisions wheel because I had finished the two bookmarks in my last video. But since I promised that I would start the pink one next, if I don't spin the pink one in this next shot, instead of the orange one, I will start the pink one as my new start because I promised and people voted for it. So yes, instead of the orange tree, it'll be the pink tree, but the concept is the same. It's a new start. Anyway, for this next doohickey, let's pick it. Okay, yeah, I'm not doing that again a second week in a row. Lord, I'm pressing things that aren't. Okay, so this is, ooh, my embroidery butterfly pillowcase. Yes. Okay, so this next week, I will be having a new start, the pink tree. And you know, I've got all the fabric and everything ready to go. I just have to cut off a piece of this large chunk that I bought. I've got all the floss, so I'm ready to go with the pink tree. And then the second week, I will be doing, gosh, I've already blanked. The butterfly embroidery pillowcase. That is what I will be doing. Okay, so normally in the second half of my floss tubes, I would be talking about books that I've read, and like stitching, reading kind of got put on the back burner. Before my emergency, my mom and I finished the fourth of the Kate Burkholder series, the one about the Amish police chief that I talked about in my previous video. And this one was called Gone Missing by Linda Costello. And I don't, I'm trying to think about which one this one was, because it's all of the ones that I've read are kind of jumbling up in my head. Sorry, I'm a little hot and flustered too. That kind of contributes because, I don't know, I become a little bit absent-minded. I just finished mowing my lawn, so I was doing some, I guess, physical activities outside where it's in the 90s, so fun times. Gosh, I'll get back to you on that, but that's the only one that I finished. I've started a book. It's the second in the series by what's his name? Dave. His name is Dave. I forgot his last name. You know, I should be better prepared for these things because, you know, I should know what I'm doing by now. But apparently, I still have long pauses because I don't write things down. I just kind of talk at you. All right. It's called Known Dead by Donald, and his name isn't even Dave. Harstead, Donald Harstead. And I read the first book of this series a while ago. It was the book that my mom gave me to borrow from a author that was local to where I grew up. And he is a retired police sheriff, and he writes stories based on, you know, things he experienced as a sheriff in rural Iowa where I grew up. So I haven't really gotten too far. I will share what I think in my next video on Flosstube number 10. Hopefully that's correct, because I'm still not entirely certain that this is actually Flosstube number 9. So anyway, that was all for my content today. I hope you enjoyed my WIP parade, and next week I also hope that it will be less stressful and I will be able to actually stitch. So bye for now, and I will see you in 2 weeks.